Good morning, everyone. Lovely to have you join me and great to be with you again, albeit virtually. So we're talking today about, obviously related to the lockdown and coronavirus, all these kind of things, to the public attitude, in particular the government and officials, the press have been guilty of this as well, of what they're doing to we people of a certain generation. Have you got to the stage where you're beginning to feel a bit old and useless? I mean, they have described people over 60 as vulnerable. They're old. So it could be that we're thinking, well, am I? Maybe I am. And you start to feel a bit useless. And it's almost like, well, you stay in and you'll be safe and you do nothing, don't come out, whatever you do. And even with the lifting of restrictions, people who have been shielding have had a dreadfully hard time. So this can have an effect on us psychologically. So all I always say is we're not old and feeble. We are not just vulnerable and useless anymore. We are the young generation of grannies. We've talked about this before, that compared to our parents and our grandparents, we are very fit, young and active. So let's fight back. We are not going to let the rhetoric get to us. We're going to show everyone that we still are very young and very fit and have a lot of purpose in this life. So how can we do it? We need to make sure that we're starting to feel young again. And one of the first things you can do, you're going to love this one, is cut calories. Many of us have started eating all sorts of treats and putting weight on. Adding weight, so eating more calories than your body actually needs, is unhealthy for us. It will be aging in many, many ways, but also it can compromise our cells, our immune system, because overfed cells cannot function properly. So if your immune system is compromised, that is not good when there's this awful virus about. So number one, cut your calories slightly. It could be that we need to revamp our diet again. Have we crept into the old ways of having lots of treats and things and unhealthy foods? Perhaps you would consider going with the Mediterranean diet, very healthy, with its fresh fish, fruit, veg, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and of course olive oil. Now, the Mediterranean diet has been very much attributed to longer life. We could do with that, but also it can protect our hearts too. So maybe give it a try, go a little bit healthy. We're still having reasonable weather. We've probably got another good month or so where we'll get some sunshine. So try the Mediterranean diet. If you don't fancy that in total, just revamp your diet. Check what you've actually started eating now. Is it as healthy as it could be? Enjoy a little red wine and a little dark chocolate. We've talked about this before. And you think, well, hang on, what are you saying here? I could drink lots of wine, eat chocolate. No, it is just a small amount. But both of those, that's the red wine and the dark chocolate, belong to a group of foods called SIRT. That's S-I-R-T foods. Other foods in this group are things like broccoli, kale, extra virgin olive oil, red onions, parsley, green tea, turmeric, walnuts. And these are very, very good to help your body as regards anti-inflammation. Also, they will help us mentally. SIRT foods will protect our heart and protect us against stroke. So worth trying them. Look them up if you fancy. It's SIRT, SIRT foods. Eat beans and whole grains. We know that they will fill us up for longer and they are a wonderful source of fibre. Also anti-inflammatory. Add almonds to your diet. They are very good to combat bad cholesterol and they can cut down on tummy fat. So either eat almonds just as they are or perhaps break them up and sprinkle them on something. But almonds and nuts generally, just in small amounts, very good for us. One of the biggies, reduce salt. Now, perhaps you've got into the way of having more salted foods, as in more crisps, cheese, that kind of thing. Salt, we know, is a killer. It really isn't good for our bodies at all. It can really affect our blood pressure. And if we can cut salt, we could save thousands of deaths in this country from stroke and coronary disease. Also, salt can cause dehydration. So from an aging point of view, who wants saggy, lined, dry-looking skin? I certainly don't, and I'm sure you don't either. We don't want that look. Drink lots of water. Okay, that's on the dehydration topic again. Water, as you know, is very good for plumping up skin, making us look much better, but also it does help to keep the body working the way it should. It's also great to help our brain functions. So just a matter of being alert and our decision making, all those cognitive functions. So drink lots of water and you will probably find that you feel a lot healthier and a lot younger. Eat for your eyes. There are antioxidants in things like broccoli, spinach and kale, and they can protect against things like cataracts and also macular degeneration. So include those lovely green veg in your diet and you'll find your eyes are much better. Cut down on sugar, again, one of the baddies, doesn't help at all. It does really help to add weight to us, you know, and the thing is it's addictive, so we'll want more. Salt is the same, that's addictive. But with sugar, it's actually related to the effect that the collagen has in our body. So the collagen will not be as good if you're having a lot of sugar. Again, we might end up with saggy skin, not something we want to have. Last of all, make sure that you're getting back into exercising. It is scary out there, but it doesn't mean you can't go out for a walk still. And if you can't go for an hour's walk, that doesn't matter. Try and go at least out for 10 minutes every day. Just a quick walk around the block is all it needs to be. But keep yourself active. Watch your posture. Do you remember your posture can age you quite dramatically? So keep young and beautiful. It's your duty to be beautiful. And look after yourselves. And hopefully I'll speak to you again soon. I will be in touch very shortly with some information about where we're up to as regards going back to class. Take care now. Bye.